Tonight is a special night for the graduates of the class of 2017. Each have worked hard for this honor, so please note this is a dignified and formal ceremony. Staff members Connie Jolly and Katie McKee, along with the senior class officers, have planned this evening's event. I'd like to thank them all for their efforts to bring you this special festive ceremony. In order for this event to run efficiently and smoothly, we ask that you follow some guidelines as spectators. Remain seated during the ceremony and only take pictures and video from your seat. A professional photographer is on location to capture this memorable event. These will be available for purchase, and you will be receiving information through standard mail and email. Diplomas will be available following the ceremony under the scoreboard. We ask that all spectators remain seated until the last graduate has exited the graduation arena. At no time should spectators attempt to come onto the field during the ceremony or as graduates march out. Grad party buses will begin loading graduates at 9:45 and will depart shortly after. You will have time to reconnect with your graduate before they depart for the all-night party. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Please make your way to your seats, and we will get started shortly. Again, welcome to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2017.
Good evening. Please rise for the presentation of colors. Color members include officers of the Tigard Police Department, Officer Andy Pastori, Officer Ron Womack, and our very own staff members, Staff Sergeant Gus Harmio, and Specialist 4 Chuck Leidy, United States Army. Graduates of the class of 2017, please be seated. Good evening, Tigard Nation. Welcome to Tigard High School's commencement ceremony for the class of 2017. I am Andy Van Fleet, principal of Tigard High School, and I'm honored to be here with you to celebrate this memorable evening. First of all, I would like to thank our color guard for their excellent presentation. And at this time, I would like to introduce our guests who are sharing the stage this evening. I will start by introducing our school board members who give freely and generously of their time and service to all of us. Board Chair, Maureen Wolf, Vice Chair, Jill Zerschmied, Dr. Barry Albertson, Terry Burnett, and Dana Terhune. I would also like to introduce and thank our Assistant Superintendent, Karen Twain, for her constant support and advice throughout the year. And please help me thank and welcome our Superintendent, Ernie Brown, for his stewardship, which has allowed us to support students by adding teaching staff and programs while districts around us have made cuts and eliminated. Thank you, Superintendent Brown. And three people that I've worked with very closely this year, my Dean of Students and two Assistant Principals, Tyler DeVilla, Amber Fields, and Annalita Miller. And thank you again to our graduation advisors, Connie Jolly and Katie McKee, and to those staff members who have worked hard to plan, organize, and attend to the many details that make graduation a successful ceremony. Thank you, Jim Irving and the band, for your entertainment and support this evening. I'm also pleased to recognize our outstanding teachers and support staff, both at Tigard High School and throughout our district. Your skills, hard work, and passion for helping students have made this day possible for our seniors. If you are a staff member of Tigard High School, Durham Center, the Hub, or the Tigard Tualatin Online Academy, please stand. Thank you for your dedication to our students. Finally, and with much appreciation, the graduating class would like to recognize the parents and guardians of the class of 2017 for the tremendous support you've given your students and our schools over the years. Parents and guardians of the class of 2017, please stand and remain standing so we can acknowledge and thank you. Thank you, students. You may be seated. Tonight we gather to celebrate and show respect for the class of 2017. The collection of brilliant minds in front of you has spent 4 years leading our student body. Their accomplishments are many, and their drive for success is phenomenal. We have first-generation graduates and graduates earning full-ride scholarships to prestigious institutions. We have students who've been accepted to Ivy League colleges, and some heading into the military. We have a beautiful blend of minds before us tonight, with a common thread of awesomeness that is the Tigard High School experience. Some of the most beautiful voices I have ever heard performed at our awards ceremony yesterday. Those students are seated before me tonight and have made an everlasting memory. To the parents, grandparents, uncles, aunts, neighbors, friends, and advocates, thank you for joining us this evening. Tonight, some of you will cry tears of joy as you see the tiny child you brought into this world walk across the stage as an adult ready for life's next challenge. One challenge I realize I've had tonight is just trying to keep my script dry. The class of 2017 has made such a profound impact on me that I cannot see some of this rain as a downer. To the contrary, I view this as tonight, the heavens are showering tears of joy to assist our celebration. And hopefully this outpouring will not continue and we'll be able to remain dry the rest of the evening. Class of 2017, you will exit this field as graduates and you will be prepared to follow your dreams. Many of you have not yet fulfilled your dreams. At this stage in life, that's probably a good thing, as most of you would be wearing superhero costumes or wearing a princess outfit whilst living in an isolated cobblestone tower surrounded by ogres and searching for Prince Charming. Fairy tales end with a hero in a tower. Your story has only begun, and you have many chapters left to create the plot and resolution you desire. I choose to believe your superpower is your work ethic, and your tower is merely a place to stay on your journey towards something even bigger. I urge you to roll up your sleeves, dream big, and work harder. As an adult, you will have an awesome charge and responsibility ahead of you. I challenge you to make this world a better place, and I know you will take up this challenge. Protect others, do right, and create a story your grandchildren would be proud to read. Make your story upstanding. If there are gray clouds in chapter 2, add a mountain and a sun. Create a sunrise and something to look forward to. If rain falls in your story, make sure the crops are well watered and the harvest is full. It's a bit different from a fairy tale in that you cannot go back and rewrite a chapter. So pour your heart and effort into each one as it occurs. Your future is yours alone to write. Write well. Seniors, enjoy this moment of success. Thank those family members who have encouraged you and supported you through this journey. You are a talented group, and it has been a pleasure to be a part of this amazing experience and your multitude of accomplishments. Parents, you can see in your program, we have students sitting here tonight who are going to some of the top academic colleges in the country. And 80% of them are enrolling in some type of post-secondary education, military, or trade school. Let me give you some examples that help define this class. Will students wearing a cord, a sash, or a medallion please stand and be recognized? In this group standing, 28 valedictorians with above a 4.0 GPA, 22 IB diploma recipients, the most rigorous high school curriculum in the world, 42 IB certificated students. 100 of these students have a 3.75 GPA or above. 30 have over a 4 point. 217 took an IB class. 95 honor school students are here. That's 10 classes that are college level or IB. 6 are nationally commended merit scholars. 2 are national merit finalists. 47 seniors from IT programs earned 114 professional certificates. That's 10.5% of the graduating class. This class has competed in the first Robotics World Championships, Marine Advanced Technology Education Championships, and was selected to participate in NASA's Eclipse ballooning project, which was intended to only include major colleges and universities. We also have outstanding programs in our publications and yearbook. Our choir and programs are also exceptional. The class of 2017 was offered $5.3 million in scholarship offers, and of that amount, over $3.6 million has been accepted. We are recognized. That is something to cheer for. We are recognized statewide for athletics, activities, and arts. All 7 sports teams qualified for state playoffs, and our football team lost in an epic overtime by 1 in the semifinals. We expect excellence both and outside of it. In all categories, Tigard High School is among the best in the state. Students, please be seated. I've only mentioned a handful of the events our seniors participate in. We would be here until dawn listing every accomplishment if I listed them all. Every student had an individual journey, be it theater, leadership, lacrosse, dance, MECHA, AVID, alternative education, peer tutoring, being peer tutored. What brings us together tonight as a Tigard High School family is the fact that every single student found a path to victory and a path to graduation. I know that your families are proud of you, your school is proud of you, and I am proud to have had the opportunity to have worked with such an outstanding class. I wish you continued success in your next steps in life, and we all know you will be successful. Thank you, class of 2017. Now I'm happy to introduce your senior class president, Jessa Barnsey.
Good evening, family, friends, Tigard High faculty, class of 2017, and Danny Shimnowski, assuming you made it on time. My name is Jessa Barnsey, and it is my honor to be standing here today as your senior class president to graduate with you all. As we embark on our journey beyond high school into the world, I thought it'd be nice to look back on some of the lessons, 4 to be exact, that have brought us here today. The first one is something that we all experienced as seniors, government and economics class. Carlisle, you taught us that there was never enough time for government class, unless, of course, you needed to ride your bike. And I'm sure we will all miss McKee's 40-minute lectures about Major League Baseball. I'm convinced that economics is just a class to learn more about the Cubs than I ever wanted to know, especially since they won the World Series. Go Cubs! Second, we learned together that no one is immune to senioritis and that it hit Mr. Rogers harder than anyone here. You know it's bad when your teacher is okay with you coming in late with Sonic in hand, as long as you brought him some fries. But in all honesty, we are extremely grateful for our hardworking and dedicated staff that, like McKee, Carlisle, and Rogers, have made it possible to be sitting in these seats today. Third, we learned that Pete owns that entire parking lot over there. I'm pretty sure the amount of time he spent taking students out of class to move their cars out of our very creatively made parking spots was equivalent to the amount of times that students spent going to the bathroom and coming back with Black Rock. And that's a lot. Fourth, and possibly the most important, we learned to always strive to be successful. However, we often misinterpret the definition of success. We are told to be the fastest, strongest, smartest, or most talented. In this sense, success is bound to the concept of comparison. I want to change how success is perceived because no matter what you plan to do next year, whether it be college, the military, entering the workforce, vocational or technical school, a gap year, traveling the world, or you just don't know yet, each and every one of us is capable of being successful. I think Ralph Waldo Emerson put it best when he wrote, "What is success? To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to see the best in others, to appreciate beauty." To know that one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. Thank you. Now, I would like to welcome our future senior class officers, just a few of them, and they will help me present our class gift. Our seniors voted on getting a new spirit flag for our football games. This flag will be held high by our future students at Tigard High School whenever our Tigard High football team gets a touchdown. Thank you, senior class officers, for helping me present this, and thank you, class of 2017, for offering such a valuable gift. Now, please help me welcome Brandon Eep and Hannah Curry as they perform You've Got a Friend in Me.
Thank you very much. It is a long-standing tradition at Tigard High School for each senior class to select a staff member to speak at graduation. This year, the class of 2017 has selected Mr. Fred Holtz.
Podium is wet. Okay. I would first like to thank members of the school board, distinguished community members, Superintendent Brown, and Principal Van Fleet for being in attendance tonight. Thank you to my colleagues for your help. Thank you to my colleagues for your help in helping me get settled in here at Tigard High. And finally, I would like to thank the amazing class of 2017 and the future Dr. Barnsey for whatever campaign you undertook to get me to this stage tonight. It is truly the greatest honor of my teaching career. For those of you who don't know me, I teach dual enrollment and IB psychology here at Tigard High. On the first day of class, I ask my students to tell me, what is a thought, without using any synonyms for thought, like idea or concept. And for the rest of the year, they get to be similarly bothered with questions that have no simple answer. Along the way, I tell them that I don't know are three of my favorite words, because when you say them, you're opening yourself up to learning. And for me, learning is what life is all about. And with that, I would like to share two lessons from psychology that may provide some good advice for the future. First, from Sigmund Freud. About 100 years ago, the entire field of psychology was dominated by the ideas of Mr. Freud. And one of his most popular ideas was that all of you boys out there, you guys who took my class know where I'm going, all of you boys out there want to do away with your fathers and marry your mothers. People at the time loved this idea, and it was literally the foundation of American psychology for about 30 years. But it turns out there's literally no evidence that this is common or widespread and certainly not universal. And if it's true of any of you, please don't tell me. I don't want to know. Okay. It took a long time and some hard, boring, replicated science to convince people to drop this idea. And the take-home message, remember, bandwagon is not a good way to decide if an idea is right. And if it sounds exciting, and if you like it, it doesn't make it true. Now, for a much more modern and scientific psychologist, Ramachandran, who studies strange cases, and one was of a man who lost his right arm and complained that he could still feel the missing arm, and that the hand of the missing arm was actually cramping up. Now, Ramachandran cured him with some mirrors, and I'm not going to have any time to explain how he did that. But the case shows that you have two right arms. One attached to your shoulder, right? You can look, it's there. And one in your mind. And they don't always match. You can lose one and not the other. Most of you actually have done this at one time. No, you didn't lose the arm attached to your shoulder. You can check, it's still there. Like when you sleep wrong on your arm and it goes to sleep and you wake up and it's dead and you know it's there because you can feel an arm-shaped lump underneath you. Yeah. And then it starts to tingle and it comes back. What you've done is you've lost the mental arm for a minute. It's gone to sleep. The point being, if you have an arm outside of you and an arm in your mind, you actually have two whole worlds, one out here and one in here. And if you need, you need to look after both. Your inner self is easily as important as your outer. Mental injury and physical injury are both real. Don't sprain your mind. So take-home message for these two psychologists, Ramachandran and Freud, is to take good care of your mind. Get an education, reduce stress, avoid mental junk food. All right, there's a lot more to learn about psychology. I suggest you take a class in college if you haven't already. Senior class, you guys have been amazing. You have made this school a safer, nicer place to be. You have filled the halls with messages of positivity, compliments, and words of acceptance and safety. You have weathered with grace a particularly stressful year, with record-setting rain and snowstorms, historical events of extreme unusualness, like the Cubs winning the World Series, the Super Bowl comeback, and perhaps other things as well. I know that you guys are up to the challenges that lie in your future. I've seen you conquer your opponents on the field, on the court. You have performed movingly on stage. You have made beautiful art in all of its forms. You certainly harbor some fine singers. But perhaps what I learned about you when I made a Twitter, by the way, that grammar is correct, was more informative than what I saw in the halls. It's are deeper and more passionate about issues and ideas and nature and beauty and all of its forms than you let on in your daily lives. You care about injustice, and sometimes you simply like to be annoyed by just about any little thing. In sum, your life here has been full, and in turn, you have filled the lives of others with your humor, your friendship, and your intelligence. You have struggled in high school, then you have learned. I encourage you all to be proud of earning a seat at this assembly. Okay, speaking of proud, I was requested to do shout-outs by Jake and Kyla and Marcus and Brittany and a whole bunch of other people. And you guys know that I believe you are each special, so I shout out to all of my psych students. You know who you are. Thank you so much for your bright, open minds and hearts. And to my Key Club officers, most of whom are graduating here. You showed me how hardworking and intelligent, caring young adults can be. Thank you, and I'm very proud of all of you as well. Class of 2017, this is your graduation, but you wouldn't be sitting in those seats tonight without the love and support of your parents, guardians, and family, and the hard work of people here at Tigard High. So please give, if you would, one more time, your supporters a round of applause for all they've given you these last years. This is a graduation. A symbolic act with strange robes and weird hats. You are placed right in between me, representing for the moment your faculty, and them, representing home. And with good attendance for the last 4 years, you have gone between them and us approximately 700 times. From them to us, back to them, and to us. And at this moment now, you sit right between your two homes for the last time. Now, in many ways, you will take the reins of your own development and your own education. Some will go back to school from here, some to work, some to serve our country. And your memories of this time may fade, but the self-discipline you developed over the 4 years and the personal values you hammered out here at this excellent high school will remain the foundation of everything you achieve. Okay, I started out by saying, I don't know, are fine words. And because they open you to learning, class of 2017, I don't know what you will do, but I'm sure it's going to be amazing, and I can't wait for you to show us. Thank you.
Now, senior Vanessa Rosas Nazario performing Sing for Me, which she wrote for the senior class. Beautiful, Vanessa. It gives me great pleasure to recognize our valedictorians. Could the valedictorians please stand? This year we have 28 valedictorians. These are students who through all 4 years of high school studies maintained a 4.0 GPA and took advanced level coursework in our honor school program. Through a selection process determined by the valedictorians themselves, 11 have elected to speak to you this evening. Could our speakers please come to the stage? Please welcome our first valedictorian speaker, Nia Mura.
Hello. I'm going to keep this short and sweet since the only people that want to hear me speak are my family members. Hi, Mom! This whole ceremony is a representation of one giant, terrifying thing: change. Change is inevitable. Some fight it, some run from it, but the most successful embrace it. I know for some of you, myself included, the idea of moving out of high school is terrifying. I know that others are ready for me to shut up so you can get your diploma and ride off into the sunset, or rather our grad party. No matter where you land, please remember that change is growth. Without it, we'd still be really awkward middle schoolers, carrying around silly bands and pretending that we know how to be adults. If you take nothing else from my rambling, take this message. Don't run from change. It will only hold you back. Instead, walk boldly towards it with your head held high. Change is the only way you're going anywhere, so suck it up and get ready to hold on. It's gonna be wild. And next, I would like to introduce Cameron Flint, Kendall Oatness, Emily Reinhardt, and Elizabeth Schweitz.
Class of 2017, we made it.
While getting to where we are today, standing up here together hasn't been the easiest of tasks. We've come to recognize Tigard as our home.
Whether you found a home on this football field, the swimming pool, tiger net, the gymnasium, the track, an art studio, or on a stage, we have all settled into a place that we belong and love.
A place that we can call home.
We found home in the theater. The four of us met our freshman year during our Theater 1 class, and we've been together ever since.
Literally, we've been together every single day.
But through the late night rehearsals, tech events, cast parties, and 9 main stage productions, we can definitely call each other family. And this family is made up of not only us, but 55 other unique, loving, and accepting individuals.
From being trapped in a mystical land that had a rabbit keeping time, to a magical chocolate factory that was up for bid by an eccentric candy man, we found our home not only in the familiar warmth of the stage lights, but in the thespians that surrounded us.
They were my outlet when I needed to escape the trials of reality.
They were my closest confidants and my favorite people to talk to.
They were my encouragements and the ones who pushed me to go outside of my comfort zone.
They were my Black Rock suppliers when I was broke, but still, they were my home.
Not only did we find a family within the theater, but we became part of other families as well. I made a home on the track. My coaches were the ones who pushed me to be the best that I could and picked me up when I was down, meaning I was laying face down on the track. They taught me the value of self-discipline and the reward that comes when you strive to do your best every single day. These are values that I hold close to me in each aspect of my life.
I made a home in the preschool. Spending time in a vibrant classroom full of 5-year-olds was the cure to every bad day. I went in knowing I would leave with a smile on my face and paint or glitter on my hands. These children have brilliant, creative minds, and they are the reason I want to become a pediatric nurse. Working with these children has taught me compassion and the importance of showing love to everyone, every day.
Cameron and I made a home on Tigerettes. Being on a team full of encouraging coaches and crazy, wonderful, inspiring people not only helped chip away at my shyness, but helped mold me into the dancer that I am today. When I joined Tigerettes, I truly felt like I was in a place where I belonged. It was a place where I could express my passion for dance every single day. And only to add on to the joy of Tigerettes, I got to spend my last year being a captain with one of my longtime friends who is standing next to me today.
Being a captain alongside my best friends was truly an honor. Spending my 4 years of high school in Tigerettes taught me to not only be a leader, but gave me a second family that taught me the magic of teamwork. We all brought our individual traits to the team, but in the end, we danced as one person. I believe the education we have received from high school not only has come from the classroom, but from the skills we have learned through extracurriculars and our experiences.
Each and every one of us has a home here at Tigard. The families that we have become part of make us who we are.
We have found what we love and who we love.
And although this is what makes saying goodbye so hard, it's time to find a new home.
Thank you to all our teachers, parents, classmates, and families. You have shown us unconditional love in the pursuit of our dreams.
We know that no matter where we end up, we will always have a piece of this home to take with us.
Congratulations, class of 2017.
May a new journey take you home.
Now, please welcome Jacob Walter.
I would like to briefly share with you a quote by civil rights activist Marcus Garvey. This quote was also adapted into Bob Marley's Redemption song. Marcus Garvey said, "We are going to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery because, whilst others might free the body, none but ourselves can free the mind." In the past 4 years, we have all gained the ability to think, question, analyze, and criticize. I'd like to encourage you all by saying that now is the time to challenge our own beliefs, to rise above our circumstances, and to defy all expectations. As we move forward, let us never be lulled or beaten into confining thoughts. And whether we come from places of challenge, hardship, and disadvantage, or whether we come from families as loving, caring, and comfortable as mine, no matter where we go next, let us never forget the ultimate power of thought that is permanently reserved for each one of us. Marcus Garvey wanted us to know that we will always have the freedom to think for ourselves. Thank you. I would like to introduce Jamie McNabb.
I have news for the monster. I may have it, but it doesn't have me. My mother taught me this quote. She taught me how each and every one of us has an obstacle to face. She taught me that despite all that life throws at you, it does not define you. For my mother, her monster was cancer. But for us, our monsters are individually defined by our own experiences. I'm sure that IB students and I will define IB as one of our monsters, with nightmares of forgotten AAs and the 4,000-word extended essay badgering on our door. But you survived, and you even got a fancy hood. I'm sure the first-generation students have their own monsters, one that brought with them a lack of knowledge about this whole graduation and college application process. Where to begin? Where to start? But here you are, you survived. I'm sure the low-income students out there, not sure if your family would have rent next month, have a monster all of your own. Sometimes the worry of where your next bed is more important than your homework assignment. But here you are, you too also survived. Here we are, showing the monsters of our life that while you may have it, it doesn't have you. Those were some of my monsters, but here we are together in celebration of defeating all our monsters and moving on beyond the life high school has prescribed to us. I never thought that I would be standing here on this stage without my mother in the audience. Sometimes monsters work themselves out differently. I know without losing her, I would not be the person I am today. But here I am. I also never would have thought that I've been given the choice of attending Stanford, the college of my dreams. But here I am, because I fought my monsters, and here you are, because you fought your monsters too. I now would like to welcome to the stage Taylor Smith, Lauren Brown, and Tegan Langseth DePaulis.
Class of 2017, the class we are proud to be a part of. The class with 3 Ivy League acceptees, the class of rampant Dutch and Blackrock addicts, the class of the last 20th century babies. To give you a brief introduction as to why Lauren Taylor and I chose to speak together, we have worked together in a leadership organization here at Tigard High School for several years, and through that organization, we have been able to build a friendship that will last us for the rest of our lives. When we were beginning to write this speech, we brainstormed some of our favorite qualities from this class, and the first things that came to mind were passionate and community-oriented.
In my 4 years at Tigard High School, I've seen this group of seniors fully devote themselves to a wide array of different clubs, sports, and hobbies. Just in my time at Tigard High, I've seen everything from breakdancing at assemblies to Super Smash Bros. Gaming tournaments, youth-ending slavery club, and autism awareness walks. Our diversity of passions has brought us together and built a sense of community that is unique to the class of 2017. Not only have our peers embraced our passions, but our administration, teachers, and parents have provided us with opportunities to display our talents and interests to our communities, and we are so thankful for that.
The class of 2017 has a strong sense of community. Think back to walking in the halls freshman year, probably not recognizing many faces. Now, look around and realize how many people you know. Acknowledging, learning about, and accepting our peers creates a powerful bond. Through the last 4 years, we ultimately worked toward a common goal, becoming our personal best, creating lasting relationships, and striving to make our dreams come true. We've all heard countless teachers remark that the class of 2017 is the best class that they've seen in a long time. And I think our success ultimately comes from 2 things. First off, group messages and the share button on Google Docs. But more importantly, the accepting community that we have built that allows one another to thrive.
The class of 2017 is not afraid to engage in conversation, whether it is about the next football game or the most recent world affair. This willingness to partake in discussions is going to take us extremely far in life and in college. Impressing professors, building quality connections, and engaging in any and all social activities will be the norm for the graduates in this class. THS has prepared us to transition into the next stage of our life because of the countless life skills that we have acquired in our years here. Whether it's Mr. Savage teaching us to always challenge ourselves by racing himself to school every day, Harms and Carlisle teaching us that hard work is always more enjoyable when you're laughing, Colson teaching us the true meaning behind Shakespeare's quote, "And though she be but little, she is fierce," or Stu Bailey teaching us the most effective uses of Twitter. We have the opportunity to enter college in one of the most academically thriving times, and knowing how strong this class is, college will bring a deeper understanding of the world, exciting new hobbies, and will prepare us for the career or life that lies ahead.
After seeing the immense amount of success from this year's seniors, despite all the wasted class time and extreme procrastination, I am confident that the class of 2017 has learned the power of efficiency. I know that we will use this and other skills in our future endeavors. The class of 2017 will go on to make names for themselves in business, science, and activism, to name a couple of the entities that will benefit from this year's class. I know that the aspirations discussed in the hallways and on college applications will become reality. And I encourage all of you to not let go of the extraordinary dreams you had as little kids, because for the class of 2017, these dreams are achievable.
The Tigard High School class of 2017 comes from many paths. Some of us have been in the Tigard Tualatin School District since kindergarten. Others have moved across many miles for their senior year. Regardless, each of us have left an impact on Tigard High School. Each of our classes has broadened our perspective and given us opportunities to grow as students and as young adults in the world. The person that we have grown into at Tigard High School is a simple platform for our future. And to the graduates, I would say that I would see you all in 10 years at our first class reunion, but something tells me that social media and our close-knit community, it won't be that long. Believe in yourself, pursue your passions, and remember the special dynamic that we have as a Tigard High School class of 2017. Together or on our own paths, we will do great things. Now I'd like to introduce our final speaker, Peter Kwok.
Hey classes 2017. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Peter Kwok. I want to share my hectic senior year story with you. During the grueling application process of applying to over 15 colleges and over 30 scholarships, I received so many letters writing, "We are genuinely apologetic," with empty condolences asserting that the decision doesn't reflect my personality in any way. I thought I would be numbed by the abandonment of each rejection, but each one hurt just as much as the one before. I was enthusiastic of our state schools, but with poor financial aid, they simply cost too much for me to attend. At this point, I believed I wouldn't go to college due to financial hardship. In fear, and being the dramatic person I am, I called several friends seeking support. No matter the time or place, each friend I called listened earnestly. Endearingly, they offered an ear like a sponge, soaking up and taking away each of my fears one by one. I thought about all the people I was failing, the people who had been my support system for so many years. My family, Tammy, Miss Gatlin, Jake, Taylor, Morgan, Alex, Corinne, Kai, their families, and so many more. But above all, I dreaded the idea of returning to my mother's tombstone in Findlay Sunset Hills Cemetery empty-handed. On March 31st, I opened my Ivy League decisions. Already humbled by over 20 various rejections, I approached each decision with little hope. Waitlisted by Cornell. I checked the next school with little thought. Congratulations on your admission to Harvard College. There are no words to truly describe the intense thrill and euphoria from just one sentence. I called my dad, filled with excitement. He let out the heartiest chuckle I had ever heard. Immediately, I thought of how much it would cost. Would this achievement amount to nothing? No. I was awed by Harvard's generosity. Harvard offered me over $74,000 in grants. This meant I would pay about $1,000 a year. The next day, I received a very shocking but better offer from Stanford University, where I'll be attending this fall, paying nothing. Despite the death of my mother, the hardship as a first-generation student, and the modest income my father so laboriously provided, I managed to achieve my dreams of attending a top school for free. I wanted to share my story with you to show you that with a group as fostering and invigorating as Tigard's class of 2017, anyone can achieve anything. Despite my hardship, my enthusiastic, motivating teachers and my humorous, encouraging peers blessed me with the position I am in today. I owe everything to the community here at Tigard High. Someday, I hope to leave a legacy, giving money and support back to Tigard to help those who come from a similar background as me. I dream of one day joining other extraordinary individuals on Tigard's wall of distinguished alumni. Thank you.
Valedictorians, thank you so much. You may now return to your seats. School Board Member Maureen Wolf, it is my pleasure to recommend these students for a Tigard High School diploma and welcome you to the podium to the class of 2017.
Thank you, Andy. Good evening, everyone. Before I begin, I'd like Dr. Barry Albertson and Dana Terhune to stand for one moment. Barry and Dana are finishing their terms on the board at the end of this month, and I want to recognize and thank Dana for her 8 years of service and Barry for his 16. Whether it's out on the baseball field, throwing the first pitch, volunteering in our classrooms, or working tirelessly on bond and levy campaigns, these two have served your students, our staff, and our community at the very highest level. Please join me and thank them both. So I spend several weeks, if not months, thinking about what I want to say tonight. I want to be funny and inspiring and memorable, not embarrass Jake. And given that you all probably just realized that I'm the only thing between you and your diploma, you just want me to be done. So I'll be quick. You know, I had chosen some of my favorite passages from Dr. Seuss books. They are funny, and yet they are so relevant for graduation commencements. But funny enough, 2 days ago, I was looking on Pinterest for great appetizers for open house parties, and I found this poem, and it was titled, "To My Son." And as I read the poem, I thought of all the parents and the guardians and the family and friends that you have all had beside you along the way to graduation. We have all been there cheering you on, maybe nagging a little, but still so excited to be part of this evening's celebration. So green eggs and ham will have to wait for another day, and this is a poem for all the champions that you have had in your lives. So to the class of 2017, I wish you the strength to face challenges with confidence, along with the wisdom to choose your battles carefully. I wish you would venture on your journeys, and may you always stop to help someone along the way. Listen to your heart and take risks carefully. And remember how much you are loved and how we are so very proud of you. Principal Van Fleet, it is with great joy and pride that I accept the graduating class of 2017. Thank you.
And now, seniors, the moment you and your family and friends have all been waiting for, the presentation of diplomas. I will begin with the presentation of diplomas to valedictorians. Front row, please rise and make your way forward. You guys ready? This is awesome. Here we go, guys. Drew Isaac Black. Natalie Elizabeth Clark. Genevieve Jean Connolly. Cara Francis Eaton. Cameron Mackenzie Flint. Kristen Elena Fox. Maya Renee Goodell. Elizabeth Elaine Kearns. Evan Anton Kirschbaum. Natalia Michelle Kerpeel. Peter Ba Kwok. Tyler John Mack. Jamie Danielle McNabb. Nia Mura. Nia Jasmine Mura. Tui V. Nguyen. Kendall Marie Lynn Oatness. Kai David Pinkard. Emily Paige Reinhardt. Elizabeth Juliana Schweitz. Nurhan Hamed Shams. Taylor Avery Smith. Cheyenne Noel Statler. Cole Isaac Swanson. Cassidy Ann Thornton. Jacob Lee Walter. Jessa Grace Barnsey. Lauren Kennedy Brown. Tegan Hope Langseth DePaulis.
Karen Abarca Garcia.
Noor Zayad Alani.
Arman Alavizadeh.
Emma May Aldrich.
Joshua Delon Michael Allen.
Alexis Ray Almodovar.
Catherine Alvarez.
Hannah Jamal Alsgall.
Aaron Clayton Anderson.
George Carl Anderson.
Madison Louise Anderson Campos.
Jose Wilfredo Arias Aguilar.
Mario Antonio Arzate Jr.
Robert John Bailey.
Flor Mariana Bailon Moreno.
Cole Nicholas Bankston.
Emma Nicole Barbie.
Sienna Catherine Barber.
Deborah Danae Barbis.
Jatavian Tyrese Bernard.
Anthony Thomas Bartels.
Casey Lawrence Bauer.
Kira Olivia Beeman.
Natasha Christine Beddard.
Edward Stewart Bednarek.
Daniel Belmont Alvarado.
Jared Thomas Bernstein.
Andrea Faith Berry.
Aaron Eugene Bjarnson.
Morgan Noel Blackwell.
Jordan Taylor Blevins.
Rachel Nicole Blackwell.
Ross Robert Carter.
Emma Marie Blodgett.
Morgan Jillian Bonds.
Paula Boned Oriana.
Matthew Joseph Bongiorno.
Philip Robert Borlett.
Jasmine Sequoia Brown.
Trevon Michael Brown Leonard.
Mele Anna Bruce.
Logan Robert Bruner.
Hannah Jacqueline Burschel.
Mercedes Tylo Burgess.
Benjamin John Caldwell.
Vitor Milo Callisto.
Marie Claire Valerie Camels.
Joseph Spencer Campbell.
Tyler Ikaika Cancelosi.
Adrian Elizabeth Canterbury.
Destiny Ann Cardenas.
Landon Richard Carlson.
Zachary Dakota Carter.
Ashley Nicole Carter Sadek.
Jack Ryan Shabrek.
Sarah Joy Chatton.
Hilsi Demir Chavez.
Carla Isabel Chavez Rodriguez.
Blake David Chisholm.
Sean James Clark.
Abigail Patricia Clark.
Reed Harris Colgrove.
Elizabeth Brianne Coffin.
Isla Christine May Collins.
Dylan Christopher Conklin.
Maxwell Andrew Cooper.
Ashley Alarum Cortez.
Vanessa Itzel Cortez.
Connor Jeffrey Cox.
Tyson Caleb Crabtree.
Erin Mary Cullen.
Hannah Jane Curry.
Lauren Celeste Dalton.
Melina Noel Daniel.
Michaela Catherine Dart.
Trayton Alexander Davila.
Michael Taylor Davis.
Jacob Hughes de Martinpre.
Mackenzie Takira Dennis.
Ryan Johannes Dexheimer.
Alessandro Di Sabato.
Darylyn Deborah Distant.
Jesse Ui Kao Do.
Lauren Nicole Doan.
Akila Estelle Dodson.
Kathleen Ann Donaldson.
Patrick Coppus Duclo.
Brandon Chun Ki Eep.
Natalie Nicole Elick.
Oslo Ray Elwell.
Julia Alexis Enders.
Alexandria Margaret Josephine Dodge.
Brittany Louise Eng.
Mary Kate Engel.
Meredith James Erickson.
Nikaya Lynn Erickson.
Annika Esau.
Jonathan Daniel Escamilla.
Edgar Eduardo Espinoza.
Piper Grace Even.
Michael James Everton.
Francesca Ursula Fennell.
Daniel Scott Field.
Nathaniel Isaiah Flogger.
Emma Alexandra Flowers.
Alexander Ryan Follett.
Lacey Lynn Louise Forrester.
Brandon Chase Fowler.
Christian Scott Freeman.
Logan Michael Friend.
Dante Tanner Friesen.
Jordan Tyler Fullerton.
Jaylyn Paige Gammons.
Antonio Garcia Pardo.
Garrick Antonio Gargurovich.
Abigail Danelle Gay.
Griffin James Geiger.
Emma Nicole Gendy.
Rachel Ann Gehring.
Ian Thomas Girkman.
Emily Nashette Gonzalez.
Juan Manuel Gonzalez III.
Oscar David Gonzalez.
Tomas Alberto Segundo Gonzalez.
Lizette Maria Gonzalez Balderrama.
Maureen Arlette Marie France Graal.
Jackson Tyler Grassman.
Aaron Francis Griffiths.
Stephanie Ann Grimes.
Noe Guerrero.
Tor Harold Golham.
Morgan Kathleen Gutman.
Robdu Hailu.
Zane Craig Hall.
Lauren Marie Hamilton.
Britta Jean Latham Harbury.
Grace Marie Hairsted Cowdill.
Alexander Gabriel Hargis.
Nathaniel Allen Hargrave.
Calvin William Harris.
Zara Shabnam Hashmat.
Yolanda Hernandez Aviles.
Christina Alejandra Hernandez Trujillo.
Madison Suzanne Hicks.
Riley Faith Hidalgo.
William Joseph Higgins.
Noah James Hill.
Guang Duke Huang.
Tabor Benton Holly.
Brandon Charles Holm.
Eric Charles Holte.
Jonathan George Posing.
Jessica Elaine Howell.
Rachel Yvonne Hubbard.
Hunter John Hughes.
Luke Richard Hulquist.
Jara Lynn Honeycutt.
Connor O'Farrell Hunter.
Mitchell Anthony Hutley.
Thien Kim Hun.
Mariori Estefania Iglesias Arias.
Lily Inthisan.
Isaiah Carlisle Jackman.
Samuel Green Jackala.
Hunter Garrett Jackson.
Nolan Davis Jacobs.
Kendall Megesh Jess.
Brooklyn Kennedy Johnson.
Caleb Warren Johnson.
Marcus Jerome Johnson.
Marley Ryan Johnson.
Darian Lynn Johnston.
Daniel McLean Jones.
Kyla Maudine Jones.
Eileen Rebecca Marie Jones.
Isabel Juarez Venegas.
Monica Yolanda Juarez Vinale.
Craig Lewis Kading.
Isha Karan Kakad.
Susmita Karki.
Noah Gavin Castle.
Rachel Marie Keaton.
Thomas Marquise Wallene Kennedy. Benjamin Allen Kirschner. Gavin Allen Kim.
Seteki Pulau Pinikiri.
Ryan Jared Kinney.
Ryan Dean Kirkpatrick.
Savannah Leigh Kleiner.
Brock Wilson Klosterman.
Kamea Michael Kurok.
Sandra Joni Korik.
Masha Kotliarevsky.
Alexander John Kraft.
Alexis Ann Crow.
Paige Madison Kuntz.
Parker Brian Kuntz.
Anastasia Marie Kurzels.
Adam Charles LaFountain.
Shelley Mercedes Langwell.
Liesel Margaret Larson.
Travis Taylor Larson.
Taylor Lynn Laws.
Val Lee.
Cindy Tweeny Lee.
Jacob June Lee Venturini.
Jasmine Sua Lee.
Alma Yadira Leon Cardenas.
Nahana Israel Lewis.
Kaylee Paige Lindsay.
Casey James Littmer.
Victoria Cece Liu.
Jordan Taylor Lockram.
Alejandro Eduardo Lopez.
Envy Marie Lopez.
Sarah Lopez Curley.
Daphne Suhaila Lopez Hernandez.
Kelsey Samantha Luna.
Justin Thomas Lyons.
Linala Kanoilani. Liliha Manners.
Isabella Rose Marino.
Connor Nicholas Marin.
Angelica Del Martinez.
Spencer Thomas Bainbridge Masterson.
Luis Salazar Matias Juarez.
Mitchell Aaron McCauley.
Kaylee Rachel May McCaw.
McKenna Renee McClellan.
Andrew Frank McClelland.
Austin Edward McKee.
Sabrina Leanne McKenzie.
Natasha Lisbeth Mendoza.
Hannah May Miller.
Jared Andrew Miller.
Jordan Nicole Miller.
Rylan Noel Mills.
Ryan Edward Minetti.
Adrian Bialas Minor.
Abigail Susan Molitor.
Ivory Alyssa Moncayo.
Juan Monsivies.
Micah Brennan Moore.
Ryan James Morin.
Matthew Everett Morneau.
Nathaniel James Moss.
Matthew Burton Mullen.
Martha Angelica Munoz Herrera.
Jared Michael Meralt.
Galilea Murgas.
Chase Robert Murphy.
Melinda Luann Myers.
Miguel Joseph Nagel.
Julian Lee Nailing.
Christina Nava Ortiz.
Gwennon Kate Nave Powers.
Nicole Victoria Neal.
Derek Petamut Nice.
Hallie Amber Nelson.
Jody Alexandra Nelson.
Angel Miguel Wynn.
Eric Thanthe Nguyen.
Kwang Kong Wynn.
Kevin Tenyui Nguyen.
Leon Simile Wynn.
Son Hai Nguyen.
Marlena Pauline Nichols.
Samuel Thomas Nihill.
Caitlin Amy Nunn.
Skylar Diane Nunn.
Torrin Andrew O'Brien.
Brandon Matthew Odell.
Dominic John Ayler.
Mallory Rose Olson.
Drew Stephen Ortega.
Jessica Ortiz.
Jonathan Powers Ostrom.
Scott Edwin Ostrom.
Taylor Remington Ott.
Andrew Jeremiah Avincula Palomo.
Armani Marie Paradise.
Caitlin Joy Parrish.
Richard Daniel Parker.
Serena Ray Patsky.
Brian Alexander Peace.
James Thomas Peace.
Josephine Carmen Pelise.
Anna Laura Pena Garcia.
Joshua Robert Pence Jones.
Keaton John Perry.
Michael Corey Peter.
Julia Lucy Petrick.
Richard Eugene Pierce.
Brooke Leanne Pylant.
Maxwell James Pittman.
Abigail Ann Portwood.
Jose Walter Posadas Ramirez.
Austin James Potts.
Bailey Renee Prater.
Benjamin Michael Presley.
Megan Taylor Prio.
Amanda Lynn Prince.
Shaylin Marie Hoff.
Mason Patrick Proper.
Victoria Willa Prouty.
Ulissa Kiawa Sopiakwe.
Julia Delfina Rebolledo Escobar.
April Christine Redfern.
Jacob Samuel Rhodes.
Caitlin Elizabeth Rice.
Luca Antonio Rivano.
Divinity Lorraine Robertson.
Jasmine Alexis Robinson Workman.
Jasmine Lynette Rojas.
Igor Rogoza.
Oliver Alonzo Roque Abarca.
Christian Rosales Brito.
Vanessa Rosas Nazario.
Sierra Catherine Rose.
Edward Andre Rotaru.
Molly Matilda Rausch.
Zachary Edward Rao.
Tyler Austin Russ.
Heidi Joe Russell.
Samantha Salgado Garcia.
Jordan Louise Samuels.
Esmeralda Ruby Sanchez.
Javier Sanchez Zavala.
Yulissa Santana Quintero.
William Jose Santos Urbina.
Lexi Marie Son.
Michael Willie Schenker Jr.
Barbara Ann Schlebach.
Eric Henry Roshak.
Nicholas John Schloss.
Lily Leanne Hargreaves.
Taryn Scott Schneider.
Ethan Carl Schock.
Elsa Marie Schumann Lanier.
Bianca Yatsiri Serrano Serna.
Helena Marguerite Shaw.
Daniel Philip Shimanovsky.
Bennett Andrew Shingledecker.
Kaylee Renee Smith.
Lucas James Smith.
Marshall Wayne Smith.
Elizabeth Ann Sodwill.
Anders Braden Song.
Baylin Soto.
Natalie Winona Spang.
Nicholas John Speth.
Blake Daniel Springer.
Alexander Von Stalen.
Haley Majen Stanley.
Jeremy Christopher Stevens.
Jared Christopher Stewart.
Rachel Marie Still.
Zane Gregory Stites.
Spencer Allen Stover.
Peter Engestad Strobel.
Mallory K. Strom.
Elijah David Stuck.
Mariah Catherine Summers.
Adriana Lynn Swantz.
Austin David Tarabakia.
Samantha Rosabelle Taylor.
Ryan Anthony T.
Nastasha Lou Noel Teach.
Jacob Emmanuel Thatcher.
Brett Macklin Thomas.
Catherine Marie Thornburg.
Axel Lee Thorsfeld.
Jordan Dylan Timmons.
Juliette Marie Tesseur.
Noah Hanala Ike Torgerson.
Eric Trujillo Masson.
Ryan Samuel Tucker.
Brandon James Tunstall.
Lauren Jane Turner.
Josephine Marie Underhill.
Joanna Valdez Ortega.
Jack Aaron Vanderbilt.
John Edward Vanderberg.
Paula Paulina Vargas.
Juan Vasquez Pascal.
Nicholas Allen Houston Vaughter.
Gabriel Eligio Velasquez.
Bianca Donatella Villarreal.
Melanie Joel Volstedt.
Christopher Michael Vervelo.
Catherine Laurel Wagner.
Omar Nimmer Waked.
Natalie Joan Wallace. Kaylee Mariah Ware. Kylie Grace Derkia Warren. Emily Elizabeth Webster. Emma Joe Welty. Zachary Jacob Werner. Holly Marie Wilder. Thomas Riley Williams. Colby Richard Williams Oswell.
Hannah Claire Williver.
Dylan Wade Winter.
Connor Jacob Royan.
Jacob Brian Wolf.
Zane Nicholas Woodard.
Ryan Alexander Worthley.
Taya Lene Ronsky.
Karen Esther Sochikali.
Oscar Ramon Yanez Penaloza.
Christian Manuel Zavala Tapia.
Adriana Rose Zell.
Nicholas Samuel Zern.
Tristan Mackenzie Zirkelbach.
Carly Elizabeth Zoller.
Class of 2017, you truly are an exceptional class. At this point in time, I would like to ask ASB President Lauren Brown and Senior Class Vice President Tegan Langseth DePaulis to please rise and proceed to the speaker stands behind the graduates.
Family, friends, faculty, and community members, thank you for being here today to celebrate with us. We appreciate your support.
Tigard High School, class of 2017. We did it!